Hi, Megan. This is Kelsey from Children's Hospital. I was just calling to ask you if you would like to come in for an interview.
I would love to.
All right, awesome. So, let's see. How about Saturday the 14th? Would that work for you? All right. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. All right, awesome. See you then.
Thank you so much for calling. I will see you at 8 o'clock. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm Megan.
I'm Kelsey. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you so much for this opportunity.
All right, so do you want to get started?
I'd love to.
So, what does nursing mean to you?
My whole life I've loved to help people. It's just been one of the biggest things in my life, and I felt that making a career out of that would be very, very meaningful.
Okay, good. Do you have any concerns for this job?
I'm a little worried about exposure to illness, germs, viruses that can be a little tough.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with some difficult patients, that'll be a little hard. I'm also a little worried about some sad situations that can come up, some death, terminal illness. That always takes a little emotional toll.
What are you excited about for this job?
I'm really excited about making a relationship with the patients, helping them, being very appreciated. Nursing them back to health will be a really, really fun opportunity and meaningful.
Awesome. So, what's your personality type? Like, describe yourself.
According to my Myers-Briggs test, I am an ESFJ, which stands for extrovert, sensor, feeler, and judger. Extrovert will be really good for this job because I focus a lot of my attention outwards instead of inwards, and being able to communicate with patients and their family is really, really important. Sensor means that I'm really detail oriented, which will be very, very helpful because there's a lot of details that go along with this job.
Yes.
So being able to organize all of that will be very, very helpful. And Judger also goes along with that a little bit. Just I'm really good at carrying out plans. Like once I start something, I can't stop until I finish it. Feeler means that I don't always make my decisions based on what it looks like on paper, based on the facts. I do what feels right in my heart, which will be really important for this job.
All right. So, what do you expect that you'll be doing during your day-to-day activities?
During my day-to-day activities, I'm expecting to give a lot of shots, administer many medications, just generally take care of the patients in their room. I'm also looking forward to coordinating with the doctors and other health professionals to carry out a treatment plan for the patient.
All right. What kind of salary are you expecting?
I'm expecting to make around $66,000. That's the average salary that nurses get in Colorado. I know it can go as high as like $122,000 in California,
For here.
but I don't expect to be making that.
So, where did you get educated?
I went to Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington. I chose that over some other top nursing schools that are Johns Hopkins and University of Pennsylvania.
Why?
I loved Gonzaga. I loved the atmosphere. The student to teacher ratio was really, really good. I loved all the people there, and everyone's just so nice. And they had a really good nursing program.
What courses did you take there?
Being a nursing student, I had to take a lot of chemistry, biology courses, a lot of science courses. Um, in addition to those, Gonzaga has some core requirements. That was the regular math, writing. In addition, they had us take some philosophy classes and religion classes because it is a Catholic school.
All right. And tell me about your degrees and licenses.
So I got a degree in nursing. So I got a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, a BSN. And I have a license to practice in the state of Colorado. And I have an RN, and I passed the NCLEX exam at the end of the year.
Are you aware of the legal aspects of nursing?
I am. I know that I do need to have medical malpractice insurance, and I know that doesn't need to be as high as some doctors' malpractice insurance, but I know that it's still important to have. I read a case that happened in Ohio. Two nurses were found on a crime of negligence of omission. They were treating a woman who had a normal pregnancy, she was in normal labor, everything was fine. But then the baby's heartbeat dropped very, very drastically, very quickly. The lawyer in the case argued there was a kink in the umbilical cord that cut off oxygen to the baby's brain. This was very, very bad. However, the two nurses noticed the change, but neglected to tell the doctor. This was very bad. So about half an hour after they noticed that, the doctor came into the room and saw that the heartbeat had drastically dropped. She told the two nurses to organize a C-section, get a supervisor, an anesthesiologist, and it took them about half an hour to do so. If the baby had been delivered about 15 minutes earlier, there would have been minimal to no brain damage, but because she was born so late, she had quadriplegic cerebral palsy. Now she barely moves, she can barely speak. It's very, very hard for her to function. So because of this, their family took the nurses to court, and the family won $32.8 million. When I'm a nurse, hopefully working at this hospital, I will do everything in my power to not let this happen and be always on top of things.
All right. What would you say your greatest strength is?
I'd say my greatest strength is probably organization. Everything has to be like super neat and tidy. If it's not, I have a hard time. And I think that will go really well with nursing because there's a lot of aspects to it. And if it's not organized, then it's going to be kind of a mess and hard to handle. So organization is a really great skill to have.
All right. And what would you say your greatest weakness is?
My weakness is probably I might get a little too emotional. I get emotionally attached. I'll grow a really big relationship with the patients. And if something happens to them, I worry about holding back tears myself and being strong for them and their families.
All right. Are you looking at any other jobs?
I applied for a few other ones. I applied to be a school nurse in a school, treat children, cuts and scrapes on the playground and stuff. I also applied to be a home health nurse, treat the elderly who are homebound. I also applied to be a private practice nurse and work in a doctor's office.
All right. And why did you choose to apply here, the hospital?
I really like the energy of the hospital. Everything is just going, and I really like not being sitting around and having nothing to do. Being busy really helps me, and having the same patients would really help me make a relationship with them, and I feel like that would be very, very rewarding to have.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, thank you for having me.
So I'll give you a call sometime within the next week. I have a few more people to interview, so I'll let you know.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
You're welcome.